Hey everyone, thanks again for joining the show today. In this episode, I would like to show you some of the highlights of the previous live stream that I did on my Instagram. The topic of the live stream was drawing eyes from any angle. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Well, hello everyone. So what we're gonna do today is some eyes, like the way that I do. I hope you guys have your drawing materials. So I have a brand new sketchbook right here. Let me just put a little bit pressure on here. The pencils that I use are Mono 100 by TOMBOW. It's such a unique case. Let me just see what I will use, which pencil. One of my favorites is HB, and it's definitely a 4B. Let me take one maybe harder. Yes, 2H. This is it, right? So what we're going to do is just drawing eyes from different angles, different perspectives, like the front view, the side view, closed eyes, like how are the lashes going. I try to fill this page randomly. I don't know where it brings me, where it brings us during this live session. Let's get started with just a front view. I'm no art teacher, but I'd like to draw, and you can easily watch me drawing and do it in the way you want to do. I'm drawing with no reference right now. Check it out. What you should mind when you draw eyes from the front view is like the pupil is not straight in the center of the eye, oval. It's like the top lid is kind of underneath the center. Looks like a little bit like when persons are tired or something like that. So that is the usual way. But we try to draw different angles today. We're gonna see how that works when you look from a different angle. So I just did the line work right now. I haven't done any shading at this point. I want to find out where the dark areas are and try to shade a little bit, like give my drawing a little bit of value. I just try to keep the shape of the eyebrow simple, as you wrote here in the comment section. I just do kind of a little bit of shading right here. This is mostly the dark area right here. And when it comes to the center right here, everything that's in the center of this line right here, it is kind of like, has something like a highlight. So this line is like the highlight line, and everything on the skin that is in this area right here in the middle is like no shadow, okay? So when we come right from this point, we try to fade out to no pressure here, and do the same thing from the right side. We have no lashes right here. What we're trying to do is switch the pencil to HB, a little bit softer, and I can do a little bit more darker lines in there. So this is the lash, this is the eyelid, where the top lashes are. As you see, I don't draw just one line. The lid is like not thin as paper, it has a little bit of thickness. So the very darkest part of the eye is definitely this center of the pupil. There is one thing that you have to notice. On the eyeball, there is a shadow at the top side, straight underneath the eyelid has a casting shadow into the eyeball right here at the top. So we try to give the eyeball a little bit of shadow right here. What I'm trying to do is just imagine the reality, I don't know. Imagine where is the light and where is the shadow. So we have here something like this. It's very often like here is a little bit of highlight, like the girls of you might know that they do makeup in here with a little highlight. So we can leave the highlight right here at this point. Let's just add a little bit of lashes. The lashes aren't straight lines or something like that. Like every lash, every hair string is unique. We don't draw every single one, but we try to bundle them. And as it goes right to the right side of the eye, it goes like more flatten out until it comes right to the side where you have almost totally flat hair. Like when it comes to the center, it goes more upwards. So this is it basically. Try to add some lashes right here at the bottom lid. Just a few in the center. You don't need to have lashes all over the eye at the upper side and at the lower side. So let's go on to the next perspective. We can do the eye and the profile. I just start again with a light sketch in like 2H. What I basically do when I draw eyes in the profile version is like you have the eye right here, and when it comes to the profile, the eyes aren't just straight. Like it's more like the eye is a little bit like has an angle to the forehead. Like if we do this center line right to the profile version, then we might have something like this. If we have the line right here, it should look like something like this, okay? When we start with the top eyelid like this, we have the eyeball like this maybe, and the bottom lid is over here. As you can see, when I drew the eyeball, that is like, this is the eyeball at its full circle. Then this is just the piece that we see when we look from the profile view to the eye. So what we just see is the pupil. So we have something like this, and the lower lid is right here. Straight from there, like okay. The top lid going over here right now, and I guess but that is my personal thinking. What makes an eye unique is like the top lid. If you watch closely and observe, probably you have any reference photo when you draw, you should observe the top eyelid by 110%. Yeah, the top eyelid just says many things about the portrait. So let's add the eyebrow. What I do is trying to have this shape right here, but more like this is more stretched, and we try to press it a little bit together, making it a little bit tighter. Nothing like a curve, but it's more like an edge or something. Oh, it's a little bit too big. It's like something like this. So like everything that we draw right now, it's like imagining this one, but more pushed together. just like as I did in this front view, I just add the shadow right here. That is the main important thing of the shadow area, I guess. And then we have this shadow right here at the side. I switch my pencil right to a softer one and add some shadows. Just give you the impression of where we are right now. Just like here, this is the forehead. If we have another eyebrow just from the other eye, then we just have a little bit of space like this small thing here. I can't believe this is so small. This small thing is the forehead between each eyebrows. It's so tiny when you draw from the side view, like in profile. Yeah. So like the forehead goes way into the eye area, and then whoosh, right out of it, and that's it. Basically right into the nose. But we don't want to draw noses today. We just draw eyes. The purple and the lashes are basically the darkest part of my eye drawing. When I think, okay, this drawing is almost finished, and then I come back and add very dark lines just to make sure there's contrast. If you want to make the viewer more believe like, okay, this is a portrait from the side, then you can easily add the lashes of the eye behind the nose right here, just like this, nothing more. Like this, okay, that's totally enough. Let's try to add the eye with a closed eyelid. This is the shape of the eyebrow, so we have the eyeball somewhere over here is the main eye. Starts from here, goes to this way. So the eye, when the eye is closed, like it's not straight. It's kind of like angled in this direction. So you put that point here and this point slightly a little bit upwards. Connect them with a line, with a curved line like this. Here's a dark shadow where the eyelids come together, and we have the top eyelid right here, but we have nothing like a straight line like this. We have some diffuse lines like this here. What we see more in this closed-eyed version is the lower lid. The lashes give the lower lid a little bit of a casting shadow in this version too, but here it's a little bit more, slightly more. When I say more, I mean just a little bit, you know. I just draw the eyebrows. I could draw eyebrows for hours, just one after another. It's like meditating. Adding the lashes once again, and it comes like the lashes go like in a 90-degree angle to the eyelid. If the lashes come right in this point, it's like straight down. It's like from this point, it's like here, and from this point, it's here. But the lashes aren't straight. They are kind of a little bit like curvy, like this one here, and we try to represent that. We keep that 90-degree angle, but with a little curve. So we have now the direction of the lashes. What looks more nicely when you don't draw each hair like we did in the other eye drawing, then you try to bundle them, right? Imagine like this center line right here at the top. The same is like here. Everything that is right in near of this center line, it's like a highlight. That's it for this pencil. I just grab a softer one and add a little more shadows. When we have the lash, I just draw a bundle of lash right here. So, and another one right here. I just did the lashes with a hard pencil. This is the first layer. And when I add shadows now, I just grab my softer pencil. What I do, I just put the pencil right here at the paper and do a smooth transition to no pressure. I only add dark parts at the top where the hair grows at the lid. And we can easily add a 3/4 view. I don't want to go that detailed like I did here. What we do right now is something between this front view and this profile. So if we try to start with the eyebrow, then it's not curved but not so tight like this. Something in between. When I draw eyes, I just measure the whole eye by the distance of the top lid and the eyebrow. So this distance makes my whole drawing. We have this distance right here, and let me measure that by pencil measuring. Like the wooden part is like this distance. The eye, imagine the eye is just the double of that, probably. What we do see a little bit more like is this part right here, and we try to make this part a little bit more edgy, like stiff, close together. I hope you see what I mean. Okay, the purple is not round, it's not flat, but it's something in between. The black part right here isn't in the center when we draw 3/4. It's slightly more on the left side. And it doesn't look like an eye yet, but let me just add the lower lid. In this direction is like, it's like this. The top lid is right here at this point, at the closest to the lashes, and when it comes to this point, it's a little bit more. It has a little bit more distance, and when it comes to this point, it should be just like a little bit closer. When I stuck here in this part and I don't know how to move on, I just go to another spot where I feel comfortable. And while I do these, I just take a deep breath and come refreshed to this point right here. The lower lid isn't just a line, it isn't thin like paper, it has this kind of thickness. In between those two lines, the lashes kind of like crisscross, because we don't style them anyhow. They grow just the way they grow. And when it comes to the top lashes, we just add the curved ones right here. And we just see them in kind of like side view anyhow at this point. And when it comes to this is the direction that comes straight to us. When it comes to the right side, we just try to make that curve. Like when the curve is at the left side, we can see them grow like this. And when this motion goes directly towards us, then it looks like the lash itself overlaps. Like we have this motion to the side, and when it comes right here, it overlaps something like this until it goes down and straight up again. So it goes down and up, down, up. So, and I keep that motion straight, moving my pencil just in a light way. And when I come back, I add dark parts right here. This is basically it. So from this point, it's safe to finish the eye drawing. We can add a shadow right here. So we have this highlight area right here. And we try to keep that white, pure white. And we have that little shadow area right here. And we have the center line of the eye right here again. As you see, try to have there at this point no shadow again. We add the shadow right here at the right side. Like you see, when you draw eyes from any angle, the method is kind of like the same when it comes to shading. The principal things are the same. And what I like to do is, many people have like issues when it comes to the end of the eye. This is okay, like the tears are coming out of this one and there's no problem. But when it comes to this one, people often draw like zigzag. That is not how it looks. I just do the tip of the end with a shadow. So it's not like this at the end. It's more like this. And then I just cut it off. And this is basically it. So we have this casting shadow coming from the top lid, and I'm just grabbing the softer pencil for the dark lines, just going over it. And when I draw like the so much talking, sorry. When I draw the eyebrow, when it comes to the paper surface like this, I just don't do pressure drawing off. I just like do something like a wave, like up. What I do is just like curvy strokes, that the end of my line is light and the center of my line is dark. This is my method. A little bit more shadow here, because this is the dark part right here. And here's the eyeball ending. And we have a casting shadow from the upper lid. Try to represent here in this one. I think we're at the end of drawing. Thanks for your time, and I hope you stay healthy and make the best out of every situation, and just stay tuned.